Hi, my name is Penny. Welcome back to Maternity KE, and today is my labor and delivery video for baby number one. Now, with baby number one, my firstborn child, I was 38 weeks on my way to work with my husband when the jolting of the car just kept giving me contractions. And I told my husband, oh, these ones are they're really there. So he decided, look, let's just go to the hospital because there's no need to drive all the way to work for both of us and then have to drive all the way back to the hospital because where we were was very close to the hospital, that the hospital being Mater Hospital. So we decided, okay, at some point I was like, okay, let's just go to the hospital. So we arrived at the hospital at 9 a.m. and I get checked and I was 2 centimeters. So the nurse is like, yeah, we're admitting you. At this time I was 38 weeks and I had not prepared my hospital bag. I had packed nothing. I had not even finished doing my shopping. Like I just assumed I had so much more time than I actually did. And so my husband was forced to go back home to actually now, start packing it. But because he didn't know what to pack, he called us, my sister-in-law, and she's the one who really just helped him, especially put together things for the baby. So I was in the hospital, trying to give instructions of what he can pack and what he needs, and my sister-in-law was also helping him. And then the nurses at that time I was also they had already strapped me to check on the contractions, and the contractions were they weren't very strong and they were very far in between. So the nurses were like, okay, we're going to give you an IV. Now, I do not quote me on what the medicine was. I will make the assumption that it was Pitocin. I'm not very sure what it was, but they told me it was just to, strengthen the contractions. I get the IV put in at midday, and for the first 1 hour, I was okay. But the minute 1 p.m. hit, that was a whole other story. The contractions came back to back. It was purely active labor. That was just active labor. The contractions were so intense. My lower back was in so much pain that I remember I was being asked to describe what labor felt like, and it felt like it was just a lorry on your back separating your bones, very slowly, and it was a lot of pain. And I had that active labor for 2 hours because that started at 1 p.m. and I delivered at 3:03 p.m. Yes. So between that time, I was in a lot of pain, and because of it, I was making a lot of noise. I'm very sure people from very far away knew Bohani was having a baby. But I think at some point during all this, I squatted. I was in a squatting position, holding onto the edge of the bed, and I just started to push. And I don't think I actually recognized that I was pushing. I don't think at that point I knew I was actually getting into delivery mode. But I was with my mom. My mom was there with me as my husband had gone to go and pack my stuff. And I pooped. I literally just pooped on the floor because I was squatting, and I just pooped on the floor. And that instantly my mom knew that baby was coming. Now, because I was a first-time mom and I had unfortunately not really done much research on this, I didn't even attend any Lamaze classes, nothing. Like, people always just said, oh, and I didn't, because I lacked the information, I didn't know I was actually now about to deliver the baby. So when she saw I pooped, she knew, okay. She went and called the nurse, and the nurse was really not, I think because I was making noise for so long, they didn't take me seriously. So they told me, okay, just lie on the bed, let's check you, see how far you're dilated. And when I got on the bed and they saw the head, they went into panic mode. Now they are the ones who are rushing, trying to get the midwife, trying to, see what to do. And by the time the midwife walked in and saw that I was crowning, they're like, yeah, she's not making it to the delivery room. So I actually delivered my baby in the labor ward. I got onto the bed, and now they're trying to direct me like which position to take, and I was really uncomfortable. I preferred just squatting. I was very comfortable in the squatting position, but because I didn't, I was, I didn't know what to really do. I just followed the instructions and I just did what they told me to do. So now the midwife, because she's trying to stall so that they can get all the sterilized equipment that they need, she's like, okay, don't push, and trying to tell me not to push was a bit hard, but I managed not to push, and they got all the equipment that they needed and everything, and then by the time she was ready, she told me, okay, now you can push. I literally just told her, okay, hold on. I grabbed the rails behind me, or the bed rails behind my head, and I just pushed one big push, and that baby came out. And in the process of pushing, I did get an episiotomy, which I really did not feel. So I don't know if they had already numbed me by that time, or the pain of labor was just more intense than the actual episiotomy happening. But immediately the baby was born, she cried very well. They took the baby, they cut the cord, showed me it was a baby girl, and they took the baby to the delivery room to, just clean her up and prepare her there. And my husband by that time had already come back, and he was just on the other side of the curtain. So he accompanied the baby to the delivery room and stayed with her. And then now it was time for me to deliver the placenta. Now, in the process of delivering the placenta, the midwife was massaging my tummy and pulled at the umbilical cord, and I felt pain, and I told her that's painful. And she seemed surprised, because in all essence, but the placenta should be able to come out very comfortably, and it was painful. So she continued to massage again and pulled at it again, and I was like, no, that's painful. So she was like, okay, I need you to push it. So as she was massaging my tummy, she told me, okay, now can you push? So I pushed, and after a few pushes, the placenta did come out, and it came out very well. And after that, I was put on a wheelchair, moved to the delivery room, and they proceeded to swatch my episiotomy, and just do any other postnatal care that was required. And that is the labor and delivery story of baby number 1. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget that I post videos every week, so make sure your notification bell is on so that you'll be alerted every time I post. Alright guys, until next time, bye.